All right, what's going on, U.S. History people? This is Mr. Norris.
And Mr. Lawrence.
And we have video number 2 for you from our packet. And this one is on the development of big business. We're going to learn about some business types that are still around today and some that aren't, and we'll figure out why. So let's start off looking at the growth of corporations. So the growth of the corporation became a popular form of business organization during the post-Civil War era because it made possible for business concerns to raise more capital. What's capital, Mr. Lawrence?
Capital is another term for resources like money.
So how about everybody right now circle capital that you wrote down and then write money underneath capital for us, please. Please write down money. You can put a dollar sign, but make sure you have money written next to capital in a smaller amount of time. Basically, corporations are made up of stockholders and people who invest in companies. Let's talk about corporations, Mr. Lawrence.
All right, so corporation was a business where investors owned shares called stocks and became owners of this business. So each major business would no longer have one sole proprietor or sole owner. They would actually sell a piece of their business off in little chunks called stocks, and then you could buy those stocks and become part owner. The more stocks that you purchased, the more power you had within the company.
So I love Mountain Dew. Are you telling Pepsi? I know is a corporation. Are you telling me I could actually own Pepsi and Mountain Dew?
Absolutely.
That's
Just go buy a stock.
I may do that
right after this video.
Right after. All right. So let's continue on talking about the growth of corporations. So the fastest growing industries in the United States from 1865 to 1920 were the following. I see a train. What does that mean?
I'm thinking railroads.
Choo choo. So transportation. We're talking railroads here. We also have steel, coal, and oil. Steel will be very important in building buildings, and coal will be very important for trains. I remember seeing in Back to the Future 3, they used coal to get the train up to 88 miles an hour. And communication as well. Things like telegraph, and then a little bit later, the telephone.
So can you name some modern corporations? You did already. What was one?
Pepsi.
Definitely. What are some other ones?
Coca-Cola, Disney, Microsoft, Apple.
All right, now pause it. We want you to write down some corporations that have not been named.
Ooh, that's good, yeah. So we want to see at least one corporation that we did not name on that list. Okay, right. Yeah. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yep.
You see that one over there?
Looks good.
That's good. All right, so you cannot include these, but Apple, General Motors, Walmart, etc. You cannot include those, but those are hints to give you ideas about other corporations in those industries.
All right, so what are some other forms of business organization? It says, as a nation's economy boomed and industries grew larger in the late 1800s, other ways of organizing businesses appeared. Often, the aim of such business organizations was to eliminate competition and dominate a particular area of the economy. Eliminating competition, that doesn't sound very American.
No, it doesn't at all. Competition is what we're all about. So we are going to talk about monopolies. And what is the goal? I love playing Monopoly. What is my goal when I play Monopoly, Mr. Lawrence?
To get to Park Place?
Yes,
own it.
Always want Park Place. Very expensive.
Get around the whole board.
Want that $200 every time.
But really, if I own all the properties, then I'm going to win.
You're going to win. And then you'll have a monopoly. And mono means one. So it is one person or one business that owns everything. So it is a company or small group of companies that are in complete control of the industry. So I want to own my own ice cream shop someday selling Blue Airhead ice cream. If I had a monopoly in Western New York, that means the only place you could buy ice cream from would be the Natty Scoop. All right, so as a business owner, if you had a monopoly, what could I do, Mr. Lawrence, to my ice cream prices if I was the only one that sold them in Western New York?
Well, I'm assuming if it's a product that people wanted, you could raise that price as high as you wanted, right?
Absolutely, yes. I could raise them, and there would be no competition. So if you wanted ice cream, you have to come to me, and that could be a problem for the consumers because prices go up. During the later half of the 19th century and the early 20th century, monopolies began to grow with great strides. Monopolies eliminated business competition by gaining total control of an industrial sector. Believe it or not, there still are monopolies today. That is insane. But why? What are two examples of monopolies?
Well, it's hard to get like an exact replica of what we're studying when it comes to some of these monopolies we're going to look at. But some modern companies have been accused in recent times of being a form of monopoly. So two that we have up here were Apple and Microsoft. You notice we have question marks because, again, some of these have just been kind of accusations because they've become so dominant in their industries. People have accused them at times of being monopolistic.
I cannot think of a single computer that does not have a Windows operating system in it or is a Mac. So you essentially only have two choices when it comes to computers.
So again, is this the question of monopoly something we continue to have to look at within our society?
Could be. We'll find out. All right, so video number 2 response, please. In at least 3 sentences, answer the following question. Why would corporations want monopoly? So if I am a part of a corporation, why would I want to have a monopoly? How many sentences, Mr. Lawrence?
We're looking for 3 complete sentences.
3 sentences. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you tomorrow.